Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth, and I want to talk a little bit about Tom Brady. So you say you're on a late show. Never too late. Yeah, I know I talk about all subjects on here. I don't just talk about religion. I don't just talk about dating and relationships. I talk about everything. And my premise that I want to come from on this video is, did Tom Brady do what he wanted to do by retiring? Is that what he wanted to do? Of course not. You could tell, like, he just wasn't ready to retire, but he don't want to go back and forth with Gisselle. Like, a lot of guys, they be wanting to stay married, but let's be honest. Even though it's what they're supposed to do, most women value themselves higher than they should. And I'm pretty sure that Gisselle is not a godly woman, so she's not going to go to the scriptures and obey, wives, be subject to your own husband. But when Tom Brady made the decision to retire because he don't want the flack from Gisselle, Tom Brady really disobeyed the whole foundation that the Most High himself set up, and men being the head. The head of every woman is the man. Now, in today's world, who X's God out, it's nothing. Which is why these women won't submit, which is why they don't follow your lead, which is why they think because they done had sex with you a couple times, couple thousand times, that gives them a right to make decisions for you, even though they're the weaker vessel. If it came down to Tom Brady and Gisselle working regular jobs, clearly Tom Brady would be superior. He would be stronger. He will be able to go longer. But today's world, like I say, takes all the Bible and they just throw it out. Oh, it's nothing. It's fairy tales. It's a myth. They tamper with it. Tom Brady became King Ahab and became the King Ahab of the NFL. For those of you who don't know who King Ahab is, King Ahab had a wife known as Jezebel. Now, if you read about King Ahab in the Old Testament, you know that Jezebel was really running the show. And anytime a married woman tries to run the show, no matter what she wants to believe, no matter how much she says she's close to God, anytime a woman doesn't submit to her husband and attempts to run the show because of mere sex, she is being like Jezebel. Now, what Tom Brady was supposed to do, even according to the scriptures and according to the role of the husband and the wife, he was supposed to do what he wanted to do. He was supposed to do what he needed to do. Now, if he wanted to put, if giving him joy and peace and fulfillment is playing another year or two, that's what he was supposed to do. Y'all guys think y'all doing the right thing by doing what they want. If it's not what you want, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing. People say, well, the Bible says submit yourself one to another. You purposely twisting scriptures. How can a king and a queen submit to one another and run a good kingdom? They can't. How can a man, a physical, masculine man, be equals with a woman in a relationship according to how it's been through the years, through the generations? You can't. See, just because a person chooses to change the meaning or something or how something is done does not mean that that's the true way. I know this generation, they want to get away from truth. This generation want to exalt women. And I tell you all the time, I don't believe in mistreating women. But what I believe in is women maintaining their normal roles. And you can't find, like, I live in Milwaukee. You cannot show me a large amount of kids that are doing well, that are not toxic, not troublemakers, not thieves, not doing something evil habitually, that don't have their father in the picture. They say 86% of juvenile delinquents are raised in single-parent homes with their mom, no dad. And you also can't tell me, because I've dealt with these. I've dealt with them, and many of them have confessed that, well, I don't got no man in my life to show me how to be a man, this, that. So they resort to stealing. So they resort to this, they resort to that. Don't have a man to show them how to handle their problems without getting yourself in trouble, without ruining your life. See, I had my father to show me. And even though I was a bad kid, even though I was surrounded around some people that was raised in single parent homes, and even though I know a couple guys that turned out pretty well despite of, if I think back, the ones that turned out well, their father might not have been in the house, but he still was in the picture. I know one guy that grew up without his mother, but he had his father, so we was out here doing this, that, and the other, but he turned out pretty well considered. So I don't believe Tom Brady did what he wanted to do. I believe Tom Brady simped out for Gisselle. And men need to understand that your wife is not your life. She's just a part of your life. And you have to make these women understand the role that you are allowing them to play in your life. If you want to play football, play football. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I know because I made the same mistake. So when I was 23, I got another offer to a partial scholarship to a Division III college. A lot of people don't know this. This is a true story. I got a partial offer to a Division III college, and I want to hurry up because I'm coming up on my custom. It was right around the time I met my wife. Now, what I should have done is I should have tried to make it work with her while playing football. I said, well, the college seemed further than it was. The college was in another city that was like maybe 20 minutes away. So I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. You know, and I was making all these excuses about how I was gonna have to come up with the rest of the money, this and that, because it was Division III. So the Division III coach, he said, hey, I like what I see, you know, I want to give you a chance. But I made the same decision to put relationships in front of playing football, and that's not her fault, and it's not Giselle's fault. Tom Brady just needed to be a man. But anyway, we'll talk about that more. What do I think? I think that Tom Brady, I think that he simped out, and I think that he didn't do what he wanted to do in terms of playing football. I think that he let Gisselle run the show, which is not a woman's role in a marriage. But thanks for watching. Says the truth, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.